On this episode of China Uncensored, one China to rule them all! Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. Well, it seems that Harvard's Model United Nations conference is just like the real UN, full of petty squabbles and exploding tempers. Apparently, at the annual Harvard Model UN Conference for high school students, the organizers of the conference stumbled onto a territorial landmine for China. No, not the Diaoyu Islands. No, not the Scarborough Shoal either. No, not India's Arunachal Pradesh, or the Paracel Islands, or the Spratly Islands. Taiwan! I'm talking about Taiwan. Sheesh. If you need some background about China's relationship with Taiwan, or China's relationship with itself, as some might argue, check out my episode, The One China Policy. You see, Taiwan isn't a country. It's a province of China, currently in rebellion that the Communist Party must retake, sooner or later, whenever the United States isn't looking. That's the official position, anyway, of the People's Republic of China. But since, in essence, Taiwan is a sovereign state with a totally separate system of government, laws, and economy, it's not part of China. Though there are some in Taiwan that feel their government, the Republic of China, is the legitimate government in exile of China, and they will one day retake the mainland, more and more Taiwanese are identifying themselves as Taiwanese. According to a poll by the National Chengshi University's Election Study Center, in 2014, less than 2% wanted to see reunification. A record high 23.8% wanted independence, and over 60% called themselves Taiwanese, not Chinese. So when the Harvard Model UN listed Taiwan in the conference handbook under a list of international participants by country, some Chinese students were quick to point out that an error had been made. All they wanted was for the list to be changed to say by country or region, so it would be clear that Taiwan wasn't a country, and they wanted an apology. When organizers refused, the students accused them of not understanding international relations. Well, according to Ruth Kagan, a Harvard student and the Model UN Secretary General, the handbook lists the country of origin as reported by each delegation without modification. She added that it wasn't meant as a political statement. Ban Ki-moon, she is not. So it was the Taiwanese delegation that had written Taiwan when asked what country they were from. And Harvard's Model UN wasn't going to reprint 3,000 handbooks just because of a hissy fit. The organizers offered to make an announcement clarifying the issue, or give stickers that said by country or region to students who felt strongly on the issue so they could change their own program books. I would normally say that sounds reasonable, but I've been so confused by reading angry, conflicting accounts of what actually happened at the conference that I don't know what's real anymore. One Chinese instructor who went to the conference, Deng Bingyu, posted an account of the dispute online and claimed that security personnel removed her and others from the conference after the argument for being a security risk. But organizers say the instructors were removed for not having official badges to the conference. Deng was outraged over the event, calling it discrimination and questioning America's so-called freedom of speech. I just want to say one thing here. Freedom of speech just means the U.S. government generally can't restrict what you say. It doesn't mean that there won't be any consequences for what you say or how you say it. And it definitely doesn't mean that the Harvard Model UN has to agree with you. Anyway, the dispute didn't end there. Deng's online post ignited a weeks-long debate on the Chinese internet, with Harvard Model UN even becoming the top trending topic on China's largest search engine, Baidu. State-run Global Times has run articles and an editorial on the issue. Many netizens agreed that Taiwan was in fact not a country, and that the conference should have made the correction. Others felt that the Chinese students may have overreacted. So what do you think of what happened in Harvard's Model UN? And what do you think about the One China policy? Leave your comments in a place just as well known for reasonable intellectual debate as the UN, the comment section below. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.